और देखिए, बैंकों की बैठक के बाद पीयूष गोयल यहां पर मीडिया से मुखातिब हो रहे हैं। क्या कुछ कह रहे हैं, आइए आपको सुनाते हैं।
Which I find quite humorous. Sunil Mehta ji has interacted with most of the bankers, the Reserve Bank, other stakeholders to consider various contours and the very need of a ARC or an AMC, and will shortly be coming up with his recommendations in that regard, which then the bankers amongst themselves will consider and take a call. Clearly, the government of India is playing the role of a facilitator to engage in discussions and bring out new ideas on the table, and the ideas which come out of these meetings, we believe will help the public sector banks, which are owned by the government of India and to support which the government of India stands deeply and totally committed to ensure the viability and successful operations of each and every one of these 21 banks. We had another team working under Mr. Jaykumar, the MD and CEO of Bank of Baroda, who was discussing various aspects of credit flow, particularly to MSMEs, which is also a very critical focus area of the economy and the banking system. He has had extensive discussions amongst bankers and again stakeholders from the industry, MSME sector, and his report is also expected very shortly. Today was the second interaction with bankers from North and East India, and just like the last time around, the State Bank chairman had made certain opening presentations to kickstart discussions, and the same format today was followed, and some very interesting suggestions and ideas have come out of today's discussion, based on which the bankers have made certain decisions which I'd like to briefly share with you. One of the thoughts before the public sector banks has been that they will have to once again get into the act of working to support MSMEs and genuine good companies who need working capital finances or loans on investment in fixed assets, and have had some difficulties in the past. So all the banks have collectively decided that in 2 stages they will take up the credit needs of genuine, deserving, well-performing and good companies in the first stage who have borrowings between 200 and 2,000 crore rupees. There are about 4,500 such good accounts in the PSU banks, most of them in consortium lending, and the PSU banks are over the next 3 or 4 weeks going to do a focus study of the credit needs of these good companies, good borrowers. In the second stage, they will take up accounts with borrowings up to 200 crores, which will also cover in large measure MSMEs, and look at the genuine credit needs of all these companies, and collectively, working as a team, come to decisions which will support industry, support business, which is already showing very good signs of revival, with demand growth, with growth in steel, cement, automobiles, consumer goods, power demand, demand for commodities. In almost every sector we are seeing an uptick in demand, which the banks believe is a good opportunity to look at business from this demand. and support industry simultaneously. The bankers have amongst themselves, and this is all what was reported to me when I joined them in the second half of the meeting, the bankers have decided that they will do a creditors agreement or arrangement amongst the bankers so that earlier problems which was faced in consortium lending can be ironed out more smoothly, and all bankers will take upon themselves certain covenants to work as a team and not in silos. One of the decisions taken by the bankers today, which they have shared with me, has been that since even the IBC allows decisions taken by 66% of the lenders to be binding on the whole consortium of lenders, the bankers have resolved that they will also follow a decision taken by 66% of the lenders will now be followed by all the lenders in consortium, and roadblocks will not be created to faster growth of business and industry in the system. The idea which was discussed in Mumbai was shared by State Bank Chairman with the bankers today about creating stronger risk assessment mechanisms